So here I am back in somewhere in that 4 to 5 minute window. I guess I'm doing a mirroring thing. It's kind of an improv based skill set. But the next troop up is the Upside Down Players. And we're going to have an introduction as to what they're all about. So if you folks will all come up, I can stop hosting. Thank you.
One of us, David.
One of you, and I'm better for it.
Thank you for joining us tonight, and congratulations on your wonderful taste in Sunday Night Improv. We are the Upside Down Players, directed under the direction of the incomparable Adam Colley. Tonight we will be doing something known as the Armando. The Armando will start with a monologue. From the monologue, we will start to create scenes based on information from the monologue. So with no further ado, tonight's suggestion for a monologue is normal.
Normal. Yeah, that's something that I always thought I might have wanted at some point. Yeah, like normal families do things in a certain way. And, I wanted to be normal. I was always the smart kid. I wanted to be more the average kid. So hard that, like, I was actually really excited in college when someone thought that I was a dumb blonde. It was like a really good thing because I just wanted to be kind of average in some ways, instead of always hitting the top of the curve. It wasn't until later in life that I really started feeling better about myself and feeling like, hey, it's okay if I'm kind of unique and I'm a little artistic and, there's certain things I'm really good at and certain things I'm not so good at. That's an okay kind of thing. But, it took me a long time, like years, in order to do that. That and a lot of therapy. So, it took me time to get to know who I really am and what my sense of normal is. It's just the way things are.
So sit down here on my table, and my name is Dr. Joe. I am your chiropractor for today. I've achieved average chiropractor status. I didn't graduate the top of my class, but I wasn't that last one on the bottom. I did eventually pass my boards. So I'm going to work on you today. Okay.
Wait, how far down were you on you were number what out of your class?
Number 11, and that's, one less than 10.
Out of how many?
Is that important?
I like to play the averages, so I just these are the only bones and spine and that I have, and I really was hoping to get someone who was a little above average.
Well, okay, I'll tell you, there were 12 in the class, one dropped out. So I count that one. So yeah, I wasn't the bottom, and eventually I did pass with a little bribery under the table, but don't worry, you're in good hands.
I'm apprehensive as I think I'm showing you that I'm concerned that do you have maybe I should have done this before and asked for references. Is there anyone that you've worked on that's still alive at least, or is there anyone you can connect me to before you begin?
That's a little hard. I was going to give you my mom as a reference, but well, I mean, she was older. It's understandable that she would have passed. I worked on my pet iguana, but they don't have a long lifespan. You can't really blame it on me. I'll give you a discount.
Actually, I think I should really ask the most important question. Do you take Blue Cross Blue Shield?
Scene. Son, it's normal that our family talks very loud. We are a loud family. Son, try it again.
Yeah, I didn't get that, Gene. Are you really my father?
I can show you the paperwork. Now listen, just let go and be your normal self.
This is my normal self.
Listen, I could get your mother in here. I could get your grandmother on the phone, although she doesn't need the phone because you will hear her from a block away. But we have got to let you become part of this family. You have got to join us.
Do you think that they could have done like DNA swapping when I was in the womb? Maybe that explains it. Or you're not really my dad.
You keep on saying that. You've been saying that for several years now. As I've told you, I have paperwork.
Yeah.
The doctor was with when your mother delivered you. I was there. The doctor wore earplugs. We were all there. You are one of us.
Stop. Photoshop. I don't trust your paperwork.
Listen, son, how many times do I have to yell, I love you? I love you. I love you. What can I tell you that will make you let go?
I am letting go.
I am loud. Your mother's loud. Your sister's loud. Every one of your relatives is loud. Is this a self-identity sort of thing?
Uncle Louis is really softly spoken. You know your brother, Uncle Louis?
He's the black sheep. All right, every family has one.
You know, I just want to show you some paperwork. It's got Uncle Louis's name listed as my father.
That was a prank we played on Christmas on Uncle Louis. You do that with the black sheep. You play pranks on them.
I have other paperwork showing Uncle George, your younger, more handsome brother, as my father.
It was a busy Christmas. We played a lot of pranks. That's what we do on Christmas. We yell at each other and play pranks.
Sounds like Mom got busy a lot.
Edit.
Hey, sister. I know you told me as a dumb blonde that I'd never make it as president, but guess what? They actually elected me. I know you're surprised.
People voted for you?
Yeah, like somehow I got the most votes ever. I can't believe it.
So you're president of the PTA, huh?
The United States.
The United States.
The United States.
Wait a minute. I mean, that would mean like millions of people voted.
Yeah, somehow.
for
And I
you.
can't understand how that happened. You know?
Margaret, I mean, the dumb blonde. I said it for a reason because you're pretty dumb. Really,
Well, like I said, I can't figure out how it happened, but somehow they voted for me.
and
Something
presidents,
about the other choices or something. I don't know.
presidents have to be smart, like John F. Kennedy. You know,
They
you have
do?
have to come up with a catchy slogan. Ask not what your country can do
Wait.
for you. That type of
Wait,
thing.
I gotta be smart as president?
Yeah. I mean, presidents are
Tell
smart.
other people what to do.
I mean, look at George W. Bush. You know, he's smart.
Well, look at
He-
Trump.
Yeah, he's smart. Yeah, and he's a dumb blonde too, though. Well,
Well,
you're
like I
gonna
said,
move-
I come in good company here.
yeah. So you're
I'm
gonna
good
move
at
in.
smiling. Isn't that all I
Yeah.
need to do?
That must have done it. So,
See?
oh my goodness, yeah. You're gonna move into the White House. So who's the so you need to get a first gentleman or a first husband to go with
Oh, I thought
you.
it would be you as my sister that would come with me. Of course, I need
Oh,
some brains in the White House.
okay. That would be great. Hey, we can make the menu right now at the, the White House chef. We can
And I
tell the White
figure
House
we'll
chef.
just watch movies like we did as a kid. What else is there to do with there? And and play video games, I think
Mhm.
there's this cool button there that I can play with. I'm about to go ahead and play with these cool buttons and see what each one does.
Oh, like the red button. This
Yeah,
says
I want to see what the
emergency
red
only.
button does. I think it'll be fun.
We
I
can
think that'll be
watch.
a really good idea. They told me that was the one to never hit. There's something about nuclear war, but whatever. I think I should try everything because that's what got me through
Mhm.
life.
Let's aim the missiles at Russia.
Yeah, or ourselves.
Ugh.
That way I can tell if they really went off.
Scene. Normal. That's pretty much what everybody wants when they get results of a test of one kind or another, especially a medical test. And I will say, I kind of pride myself on getting normal on those kinds of tests. It's always, maybe it's a little ambitious of me, but I get a certain pride with medical tests when I see that all my numbers are correct and all that. But there was something I had to do a little procedure, and it wasn't anything serious, but it had to be done in a hospital. So I was told I had to go and get a clearance from my doctor to make sure that there's going to be a little bit of anesthesia, and if it's okay, I would just go into the hospital the next day. Well, I went to my regular doctor wasn't in, so her partner came in, and he had his nurse give me an EKG. And then he came in and read the results of the EKG, and he said, I don't know, this is, he had an EKG a couple of years ago, and there's so much difference here that I can't give the okay of this. I said, well, what seems the problem? He said, well, if I'm looking at these numbers, it looks like you may have had like a heart attack. So, most of us are kind of stressed. And when someone tells you think you had a heart attack and you don't think you had a heart attack, that's very stressful. And it feels like you're going to have a heart attack. So my heart was pumping in my chest and saying, oh, but I'm supposed to go into this thing and I don't know who. And he said, I don't. And I was getting more and more upset. And he said, well, I'll give you the name of a cardiologist. Maybe you can get in like right away and get to see this cardiologist. I said, oh, all right. Okay. All right. So basically I didn't sleep for the next day and a half because I was waiting for this. I had to go to see the cardiologist, and I walked into the room, and of course, the first thing they asked you is, how's you feeling? And I said, I feel like I'm having a heart attack because someone just told me that they thought I might have a heart attack. And so the nurse, well, she asked me some questions, and you ladies will know what I mean. She said, when the nurse in the doctor's office gave you an EKG, did she do it like over your bra? Did she ask you to take? And I said, no, she didn't ask me to take it off. She said, it's nothing. They do it all wrong all the time. And I almost passed out right there. I said, I just spent the last day and a half thinking I was having a heart attack because you said I had a heart attack. And so don't worry about it. So the upside of that was the cardiologist came in, he read my new EKG, and everything was fine. There was no reason for me to have a heart attack, nor did I have one. The only thing is that one thing that was really odd about it is that he wasn't wearing socks. He had loafers on with no socks. So I don't even know if, trust me, he's wearing this weird kind of sports jacket and this kind of yellowish pair of pants. And loafers with no socks. So maybe I did have a heart attack.
So there's absolutely no reason whatsoever for you, Margaret, to have the anxiety that you have. Everything is dokey hokey. Hokey, dokey hokey. No reason.
Well, I am a little bit anxious.
And I'm trying to let you know that the salamander will make it. And you just
But I'm really worried that he's gonna die.
no, but I mean, like, connect with my chill vibe and use that to channel like a healthy salamander.
Healthy salamander. He's dying.
Oh, yeah, but that's just a phase he's going through. He's really not going to completely
Stop.
dying, and I could see, he may be channeling your anxiety.
Oh, so now you've got an anxious salamander. Even better.
I'm concerned that if you don't get your anxiety totally tightened, buttoned up, under control, that the salamander, who I know loves you, is going to like expire.
So I'm buttoning up my shirt now. Will that work for buttoning things up?
That is beautiful. That is beautiful. And oh my God, the salamander's gone green. Are they supposed to do that?
I don't know. He was brown when Kate brought him in.
I remember.
That's a bad thing. Let me unbutton everything.
Whoa. The doctor-patient relationship. I mean, I'm a veterinarian. It's not that kind of exam.
Well, you told me to button up my anxiety, and that's making things worse. So maybe I need to unbutton.
No, I have a professional license, and it's really, now I'm getting like for Klemp that, and it's going to be because we have cameras that I treat, and there's going to be videos of you unbuttoning in here, and like no, please don't. Whatever you do, I don't care if it's about the salamander dying. Really, like I just
my salamander dies. What kind of doctor are you?
Well, I'm one with whose patients don't unbutton up in the veterinary clinic. It would be really, it would it would just kill my whole Instagram feed.
You're more worried about yourself than my lovely salamander, Sally here. I mean, Sally's part of my family.
Well, yes, I am more worried about myself.
Edit. So Bruce, we've talked about this before. Do you think you're dressed appropriately? Really? I mean, we're going to our little Johnny's parent teacher conference, and there you are wearing a tuxedo, and it's not only a tuxedo, it's a bright gold tuxedo with a orange hat and a feather. Can you not embarrass us this time?
That's the problem, Louise. You're embarrassed. Everything I do is embarrassing to you. Okay. I had, last week I took a surfboard to his recital, and it took up the whole row, and you were all pissed off about that. I can't do anything right. I can't do anything right by you, Louise. I'm sorry.
Well, there were a number of people that wanted to sit down. They were forced to sit in the back because of your surfboard. I mean, I was embarrassed. You should have been embarrassed.
Louise, I need this tux on. I'm gonna go stand outside of a car dealership later. They're gonna throw me a couple bucks to hold a sign for them. So, on one hand, you're embarrassed. On the other hand, you want me to bring money home. I hear I have an opportunity, and you say, it's a problem. I can't win.
Bruce, Johnny's only 7, and he's already talking about moving out. because of you, because of your weird behavior.
We went and looked at apartments last week. It's out of his price range right now, so don't worry, Louise.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Could you at least put a big coat on, maybe, on top of that silly outfit?
Louise, we live in Texas, okay? If I put a coat on, I'm going to be dripping sweat at a parent-teacher conference. The teacher's going to immediately think that I'm hiding something, okay? And then you've got to explain, no, I needed him to cover up a tuxedo.
Well, I'll
No,
explain
no.
that. I'd rather explain that than be seen with you today, ever again.
Well, that's different. Oh. Well, what are what are you saying, Louise?
Well, my bag's already packed and I called the Uber. So, oh, they're here.
So you're not going to go to the parent-teacher conference?
Well, I'll tell the Uber to drop me at the parent-teacher conference and then come back for me. Yeah. That's the best idea. You're right. Yeah.
Well, let me at least get a ride. Jesus, I don't want to waste the gas if I don't have to.
Yeah, we'll take you to the conference and then I'll skedaddle after that.
Huh? Where are you going?
I got a job outside a car dealership. I'm gonna earn some money and hold it. I don't know what the sign says, but
Those things pay well?
I'll find out.
And scene. I haven't stopped coughing. I haven't stopped coughing for days and days.
What do you want me to do about it?
A glass of water, pat me on the back, let untie the noose that's around my neck. Anyone would be generous.
This is a Krispy Kreme. I'm not qualified to do anything like that. You want a donut? I can do that.
No, it started when the glaze on the Krispy Kreme hardened on the way down my throat on the strawberry tart with the sprinkles, and they're like, and I'm trying to, and
this is above my pay. It sounds like you're getting ready to sue us. I have no authority here.
if I live long enough, but if you save me to live long enough, like, I mean, you seem like an empathic senior citizen. You just do.
You're reading me completely wrong. That is not me at all. I'm only concerned about doing my job here, and if someone dies on my watch, I have nothing to do. I just hand out the donuts. You saw the sign. Anyone who orders donuts here, you take full responsibility for whatever happens.
This never happened at Dunkin' Donuts.
Dean. Okay, everybody, come on back.
Sure.
Thank you very much. That has been the Upside Down, Downside Up players. And tonight's features were
Cheryl Salamini from Milford, Pennsylvania.
David Silverman from Amesbury, Massachusetts.
Lauren Ray from Dallas, Texas.
Jackie Randall from Wolverine Lake, Michigan.
And I'm John Clausen from South Berwick, Maine. Thank you very much for joining us, and have a good evening.
Thank you for tuning in.
Thanks, friends. goodness.